Good morning, children. Today we will discuss about the trend of atomic size down a group. Just to see here, while you move down in this group, I have taken the first group as an example with the hydrogen, lithium, sodium, and potassium are the major elements. And I've taken only up to atom number 20 because we have to learn up to calcium. Okay. So in this group, as you move down in this group, you will see that the hydrogen has got one shell, lithium 2, sodium 3, potassium 4, like that. As you move down in a group, number of shells increases one by one, hence the size of atom increases. Just look at the writing over here. Size of the atom increases because of increase in number of shells. Things are very clear. And if you see this picture also, you'll be able to see that as you move down, the size of atom increases. In case if question comes for the examination, you will say very clearly it is because of increase in number of shells. I think it is clear for you. Next point is we will discuss the trend of metallic character down a group. Just to see here in this first group, all these elements are considered as metals. First group elements are called alkali metals. Hydrogen you leave it, then exceptional case. Lithium, sodium, potassium, again these three elements are considered as alkali metals. And now let us see which is more metallic and less metallic in this group. Remember, all the elements are metallic, and in this trend we have to point out which is more metallic and which is less metallic. And here I've given one point very clearly. Just look at here. The metal which can donate electron easily are considered as more metallic. Now let us see which can donate electron very easily. Among these three, if you carefully go through, the first element, that is the lithium has got a very small atomic size. Sodium atomic size increases. Then in case of potassium, again size और ज़्यादा बढ़ गया है. So if you take these three, because of increase in atomic size, the nuclear distance also increases. So what happens is, if you take the first case, lithium, since the atomic size is small, the nuclear force, the nuclear pull exerted on the valence electron के ऊपर जो न्यूक्लियस का पकड़ है, जैसे जैसे नीचे आएंगे कम होता जाएगा, क्योंकि वैलेंस इलेक्ट्रॉन न्यूक्लियस से दूर चला गया है. जितना न्यूक्लियस से दूर चला जाएगा, न्यूक्लियस का पकड़ उसके ऊपर कम होता जाएगा. एज ए रिजल्ट व्हाट हैपन्स, इफ़ यू टेक द केस ऑफ पोटासियम के जो वैलेंस इलेक्ट्रॉन है, सिंगल वैलेंस इलेक्ट्रॉन, वो न्यूक्लियस से बहुत दूर हो गया है. सो दैट वैलेंस इलेक्ट्रॉन कैन बी ईजिली डोनेटेड. The metal which donate electron easily are considered as more metallic. So if you take a metallic group, as you move down in a group, metallic character definitely increases because of increase in atomic size. Let us see what is explanation given here. Down a group, metallic character increases because atomic size increases, hence nuclear pull exerted on the valence electron is less. As a result, electrons can be easily removed from the valence shell. Electrons, in case of among these three, potassium can easily lose electron, so we consider that element as more metallic. So as you move down in a group, metallic character increases. Now the last point I have written about reducing agent concept. Metals are called a good reducing agent because they can easily lose electrons. This oxidation and reduction concept we have discussed in class 9, so I will not give detailed explanation here. Remember, generally metals are considered as donor of electrons. Metals are a donor and non-metals are a receiver of electron. Metal देता है, non-metal लेता है. और जहाँ पर इलेक्ट्रॉन्स का गेनिंग होता है, यानी नॉन मेटल्स में हमेशा रिडक्शन होता है, और मेटल्स में से इलेक्ट्रॉन चला जाता है, लूज होता है, तो इसलिए मेटल्स में ऑक्सीडेशन होता है. सो मेटल्स को रिड्यूसिंग एजेंट इसलिए कहा जाता है क्योंकि मेटल्स रिडक्शन करने में हेल्प करता है. रिडक्शन मतलब गेनिंग ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन. मेटल्स आर हेल्पिंग नॉन मेटल्स टू गेन इलेक्ट्रॉन्स, hence metals are called good reducing agents. So why we call metals are good reducing agent? Because metals can easily lose electron. आसानी से मेटल इलेक्ट्रॉन दे सकता है ताकि नॉन मेटल आसानी से इलेक्ट्रॉन गेन कर सकते हैं. तो गेनिंग ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन को रिडक्शन कहते हैं. सो मेटल्स आर helping non-metals for reductions, hence metals are called a good reducing agent. So greater is the tendency, last point just see, greater is the tendency to lose electron, stronger is the reducing agent. So in case if question comes for examination point of view, among a group which is the more powerful reducing agent, तो आप सबसे पहले देखेंगे कौन सबसे ज़्यादा पावरफुल मेटल है, जो सबसे ज़्यादा पावरफुल मेटल होगा वो सबसे ज़्यादा पावरफुल reducing agent भी होगा automatically. I think it is clear for you somewhat. Okay, now let us take the example of let us go for a non-metallic character down a group. And I've taken seventh group. Among seventh group I've taken only two elements, fluorine and chlorine. Below atomic number 20 you will get only two seventh group elements, they are fluorine and chlorine. Now let us see what theory says. See here the arrow sign is moving up, that clearly shows that non-metallic character is increasing towards top. That means as you move down in a group non-metallic character decreases, whereas just previous case metallic character हम लोग अभी भी डिस्कस किए थे, जैसे जैसे नीचे आएगा metallic character बढ़ेगा, but non-metallic character the concept is just opposite. Just see what is happening here. See the tendency of non-metal is to gain electron, non-metal का tendency electron gain करना है. अब फ्लोरीन और क्लोरीन आप देख लीजिए कि दोनों में if you see carefully the atomic size is more in case of chlorine and less in case of fluorine. So what happens is if you see fluorine need one more electron to become stable. Stable means 8 electron in the last cell. That is called octet structure. So fluorine and chlorine both are looking for that octet structure. So both need a one electron to become stable. And fluorine or chlorine, if you compare seriously, you will see that fluorine's atomic size is less and chlorine's atomic size is more. So in case of a fluorine, the nuclear force is considered as strong on the outermost shell because the distance between the nucleus and last shell is less. Since the distance is less, what happens? The fluorine's nucleus can pull the electrons towards its last shell very powerfully. Whereas if you take the case of chlorine में न्यूक्लियस और लास्ट शेल के बीच में अगर दूरी बढ़ गया, एज अ रिजल्ट व्हाट हैपेंस, द न्यूक्लियस का इफेक्ट लास्ट शेल पे कुछ कम हो गया है. तो इफ यू कंसिडर दीज टू एग्जांपल्स, द फ्लोरीन विल टेक इलेक्ट्रॉन वेरी इजीली. जस्ट सी हियर द नॉन मेटल विच गेन इलेक्ट्रॉन easily are considered as more non-metallic. So among fluorine and chlorine, fluorine is considered as a more non-metallic because fluorine can easily take the electron. Let us see the explanation. Down a group non-metallic character it decreases, कम होगा नीचे जाने पे, because the smaller the atomic size, greater is the nuclear pull. That is the point, and the tendency to gain electrons. On moving down a group, atomic size increases, hence nucleus pull exerted on the valence electron is less. As a result, electron can be easily gained. That is a concept there. Okay, now let us move on to the next point. Non-metals are also called good reducing agents. Let's see here. Non-metals are called good oxidizing agent. Oxidizing agent. अभी just I told you, my dear, metals are a donor and non-metals are a receiver of electrons. So metals में electron losing होता है तो उसके वजह से oxidation होता है, और non-metals में electrons का gaining होता है. That is how reduction takes place there. Now these non-metals, just like this fluorine and chlorine, are ever ready to take electrons. So because of this tendency, इलेक्ट्रॉन लेने से मेटल्स में क्या हो जाता है, ऑक्सीडेशन हो जाता है. सो इन ए वे नॉन मेटल्स आर हेल्पिंग मेटल्स टू लूज इलेक्ट्रॉन्स. सो सिंस नॉन मेटल्स आर हेल्पिंग metals to lose electron, or for oxidation they are helping, so hence we call non-metals are oxidizing agent. So I think it is somewhat clear for you. These topics I have explained in class 9, so that is why I'm just touching this point, and let me move to the next point. Okay, there is ionization potential. The definition of ionization potential we have already discussed in period wise properties. Once again let me tell you the concept. The energy required to remove an electron from an isolated atom and convert it into a positively charged ion is called ionization potential. In simple language, in Hindi, we can say somewhat like this: एक एटम में से एक इलेक्ट्रॉन निकालने के लिए जितना एनर्जी लगता है उसको आयनाइजेशन पोटेंशियल कहते हैं, और इलेक्ट्रॉन निकालने के बाद that atoms turns into a positively charged ions. That is a concept. So this is happening only in metals. Okay, now let us see what is happening down a group here. The trend is just see down a group ionization potential decreases. Down a group जैसे जैसे नीचे जाएंगे IP डिक्रीज होता जाएगा, क्योंकि आप इधर देखिएगा, आप इधर लिथियम सोडियम पोटासियम ये तीनों में देखिएगा ऑलरेडी हम लोग साबित कर दिया है पोटासियम कैन ईजिली डोनेट इलेक्ट्रॉन. So the one which is ready to lose electron from that element, if you want to remove an electron, only less energy is required. Whereas in case of lithium, the nucleus force is strong than potassium. न्यूक्लियस का पकड़ उसमें मजबूत है, जहाँ न्यूक्लियस का पकड़ मजबूत है वहाँ से निकालने में ज़्यादा एनर्जी लगता है. पोटासियम में न्यूक्लियर फोर्स कम है, न्यूक्लियस का इफेक्टिव फोर्स आउटर मोशन के ऊपर कम है, तो एज अ रिजल्ट इलेक्ट्रॉन कैन बी ईजिली रिमूव्ड. So among this group, if you move down in this group, you will see that as you move down in the group, metallic character increases. That means the elements can easily donate electron. Since the elements can easily donate electrons, very less force is required, very less energy is required to remove electron. So while you move down in a group, what happens, ionization potential gradually decreases, मतलब इलेक्ट्रॉन आसानी से निकाल सकते हैं. That's all for today, children. Thank you.